This is Al from the Doowopper. I'm the guy that knows doo-wops. I go back all the way back in the 50s. So what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about the 50s and the 60s. And we might not go far to 70, but we might get a little bit in the 70s. But I'm a doo-wopper, so the doo-wop is mostly in the 50s and the 60s. So this is what we're going to basically talk about today a little bit. Okay? And so right now, you can imagine, this is Sam Cooke. We'll be talking a little bit about Sam Cooke, okay? Sam Cooke in the days when he was a soul stairs decided he wanted to go into rock and roll. So here he is now. He's just Sam Cooke. When he made this record here, was back there in the 50s, about in the early 60s, I'll say, 61 to 62, when he said, "That's all I need to know." That was Sam Cooke. That's just a little what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about also, look at this guy. Take a look at this guy, will you? Now, this is Smokey Robinson and the Miracles back in the day. These are the days that we're gonna be really talking about these guys. These guys have been great back in the days, the doo-wop days and rock and roll days. So these are things we're gonna be really talking about. Okay. Now we're gonna be going forward and we're gonna look at these are the Clovers. Some of you guys might not even remember the Clovers. The Clovers was a great thing way back there, about 52, 53. They were way back in the day. So if any of you old guys out there that really like me, that know all about these things, you remember the Clovers and their songs, you know. So you remember the song, I don't think you might not. But 1 minute, Judah, all of this is all the Clovers. So this is just a little bit that we're going to still be talking about. All right, let's go a little bit more. We'll go a little bit back, a little bit further. Here is Laverne Baker. There she is. That's back in the day. This Laverne Baker. A lot of you guys back, like I said, about my age and about a little bit before. This is Laverne Baker, and you remember Jim Dandy to the rescue. You got to remember that. Jim Dandy to the rescue. There we go, and all in that good stuff. We're gonna really get back to the place where music was music, and we really enjoyed it. We loved it. We loved it. Okay, now I know you guys remember the Platters, the great Platters. They still out there right now and doing it, but this is where they started at. They started back in the 50s. Oh man, they were something else, and you could tell that. Because they crossed over from the rock and roll area where it was mostly black and the doo-wops was black and everything. But the Platters, I give them credit. What they done, they went across the line over to the white. And right now, they made #1 hits on both boards, the rock and roll and the rhythm and blues. These guys here was sensational. They were some of the best during that time. They're like a pioneer at the time of the rock and roll era and the doo-wop areas. These guys I give them all the credit that we are enjoying today. Now we gonna go into the difference between doo-wop and rhythm and blues. Yeah, some people get kind of mixed up on that. Really, the rhythm and blues was the fast, the snap. You know how the snap is. The swing dancing. I know you guys remember swing dancing, two-stepping, all that. That was more of the rhythm and blues. And the blues right there was the slower type. But there's some more on the blues end where they kind of, I lost my love tonight and I'm sick and I can't breathe and all that good stuff they tell you about. They tell you long stories and everything that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about all this good stuff. So all you guys want to remember how great life was back in those days with the rock and roll and the doo-wops. Oh, the doo-wops out of sight. I'll tell you right now, they always telling you about how I lost my girlfriend. Please come back to me. I just can't sleep at night. I'm just sick. all of these things it made sense at the time because you know how it was, and remember in that 1957 Chevrolet, which I love that car. You're in the back seat and you're enjoying that little sweetheart of yours, and you listen to that Sam Cooke singing "You Send Me" and all of this stuff. And you remember those days. Those days were great days. But this is just a fraction of the things that we're gonna be talking about. I have retired now, and so I'm doing something I really love to do. I love the doo-wops. I like the oldies. I like the rhythm and blues, the rock and roll. These are the things I came up with. I just want to introduce all of this good stuff to you, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. So, yeah, just tune in and see what we're talking about. I think you'll really, really like it, okay? Well, you have a good day.